Real talk. Have you ever felt like, regardless of how much you've grown, how much work you've done on yourself, how much you've been raising your vibration, reprogramming your beliefs, taking the action, your manifestations still haven't shown up to the level that you know you're ready for? Has that happened? Is that grabbing your attention? Is that frustrating you? If so, we're going to talk about it in this video, why that may be happening and how to shift it so that you can stay aligned with what it is that you desire and allow it to show up more rapidly. Well, in this video, I'm going to tell you the truth about this phase, why it's actually happening, and what you can do to shift it right now. If you're new to me, hello, my name is Stephanie Sage. I'm a spiritual mentor and visibility coach. And if you resonate with what I share in this video, make sure that you subscribe, leave a comment, hit the like button so that more people who are meant to receive this will see it. And to learn more about my work or how to work with me or any resources I have, all of that will be in the description box below. Let's get into it. So I have been a student of manifestation and on my spiritual path for over 15 years. And despite all the things that I've learned and all the things that I've healed and all the things that I know and all of the amazing things that I've manifested, I found myself in an experience a few years back where I literally felt like nothing was working anymore. I felt like I was going backwards. I was experiencing my business slow down. I had all of these money fears come up, felt like my money was dwindling, and I could not get out of that spiral for the life of me for a hot ass minute. And so that's what inspired me to create this video, because I did get out of it and made a comeback. And I had to really, really integrate some of these learnings that I consciously knew, but I wasn't fully embodying so that I can move through that experience. So if you're in a place right now where you feel like you've been doing all of the things, you've been saying the affirmations, you've been showing up as your next level identity, and it still feels like things aren't working or aren't flowing, it's because you keep focusing back on the not having of it. And I know you probably already know this, and you might be like, all right, that's nothing new. How do I actually stop focusing on that? How do I stop spiraling into it's not here yet, or into the doubt and the fear and the worry? So I will share the first thing that really supported me in that moment when I was in that phase of spiraling and experiencing lack and scarcity, and like my reality was reflecting it all. I just couldn't seem to get out of that spiral until I made regulating my nervous system my number one priority at that time. Because the thing is, if we are in like survival mode, fight or flight, and like our body really believes that it's in danger, even if it's not in real danger, if it believes it is and we're unregulated, it's much harder, it's nearly impossible in that moment to access a greater awareness or a higher state of consciousness, which is important to be able to live in the it's already done reality. We need to have that expanded awareness. We need to take the seat of the I am presence within us, which is always there. But if our human is in survival mode, fight or flight, oh my gosh, like all these things are happening, I'm in danger, then it's going to continue that loop until you make regulating your nervous system a priority. And you can do this really easily. One of my favorite tools to do this is EFT tapping. I love tapping, even just in general for affirmations. I love doing tapping. It just feels good and shifts my energy. So that's one of my favorite tools to regulate your nervous system. Or you could do different movement like shaking, dancing, movement. I also love doing hip mobility exercises to release stored energy in the hips, or twerking works. Anything really to move your body has been really helpful for me. Or you can also do some breath work or some deep breathing for 10 minutes, or place your hand on your heart and just remind yourself, I'm safe, I'm supported, I have everything that I need, everything is going to work out in the best possible way. And so get yourself in a more grounded, calm state. That's number one. If you find yourself spiraling into, why isn't it here yet? Or why is this happening? Or going into old stories, or if you feel ungrounded or unregulated, that's step one. Now, before I move on, I want to talk about why this might be happening to begin with, right? So I like to explain it like this. When you are essentially claiming your next level and you're like, this is what I want, this is what I am calling in, this is what I'm stepping into, and you're stepping into your next level identity and all that, one of two things happens. Either all of those old stories that don't align with what you are now claiming will come up to the surface to be released, or to just bring to your awareness like, hey, you say you want this, but these stories are still here and you need to let them go so that we can experience that. So that's the first thing that can happen. Things will either come up to the surface to be resolved or let go of so you can make a new choice in the moment, or things that used to bother you in the past or trigger you in the past will just fall away. So they'll either come up or you won't even notice them anymore because you are embodying the new identity. But if they are some like deep rooted patterns or emotions or whatever, they will come up to be resolved. And the thing is about embodying your next level, the truth of who you are, is really just making a moment by moment choice in the now of what you are choosing. It's really that simple. It doesn't need to be this thing that you need to reprogram every single limiting belief and you need to spend years working on this, that, and the other. It's your awareness in the moment, being aware of what's going on, the thoughts that are, you're entertaining, and choosing to shift those in the moment. And the more you do that and stay aligned with the truth of who you are, the higher you, your God self, the easier it's going to be for things to flow into your world. So going back to this whole topic of why isn't it showing up yet? All the things that I've learned and grown from, and this is what's happening. This is where you need to literally practice not getting upset about what's happening out there and always turn that mirror back inside. Because when we change our inner world, our outer world changes. But if we keep looking for the outer world for evidence, or we keep making it mean something about us if it's not going the way that we want or our human desires, then it's going to continue perpetuating that cycle. So for me, when I was in that experience of spiraling and experiencing lack, and I even at one point went negative in my bank account, and I felt so much shame. I felt shame. I felt not good enough. I felt like a failure. And essentially what was happening was my human was making all these stories of I'm a failure, I'm not good enough, blah, 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 because of what was happening out there. And because of that, all of these undesirable emotions came up and held me in that experience for longer than was necessary. Until I finally released that and finally understood what it meant to let go and let God, I released all of that. I said, you know what? I choose my peace. I choose my inner peace. No matter what is happening outside of me, I choose to be the keeper of my inner peace. So how can I do that? I'm going to do things that make me feel good. I'm going to focus on thoughts and outcomes that I desire. I'm going to stop being a victim. I'm going to remind myself of all the things that I've accomplished and all the things that I've done leading up to this point. I'm going to no longer make it mean something shitty about me from what's happening outside of me. That has nothing to do with my worth. And so I made these conscious choices and decisions in that moment and was able to step back into my power. And literally within days, things started shifting in my reality. More money was coming in, more clients were coming in. I felt more in my power and more at peace. So that is vital and will support you in staying in the it's already done vibe, like the knowing that your success is inevitable. It's not a matter of if, it's only a matter of when, and the when doesn't matter when you truly know that it's already done, that everything's working out for you. And for me, I had to reach this point of what felt like rock bottom to realize, oh, I'm always supported. I just need to trust. I just need to have faith, and I need to take aligned action and support my body and my nervous system in remembering that it's safe and that it's supported. And so that is what I want to convey to you. If you are in this space where you're becoming impatient, then you have to be aware of that and choose to let that go. Choose to remind yourself that it doesn't matter when, it just matters of being in the identity and the feelings of it already being done. And some people call this delusional. I call this just remembering your freaking power, remembering the truth of who you are. And I love using this example. I'll probably use this multiple times. I've shared it in other videos. I love using the example of what I call lottery energy. And what lottery energy is basically like, say you won the jackpot. You won the lottery jackpot. It's like hundreds of millions of dollars, right? And you know you won, you have the winning ticket, you go to the lottery office or whatever, but you're not going to actually get the money into your account for a month or two, depending, because you'll probably need to hire a lawyer. You'll need to get some things in order before it actually physically lands in your account. And say that happened to you and you were negative in your bank account. You're negative in your bank account. Well, you just won the lottery, but it's not going to land in your account for a couple months. Do you really think that you would give a shit about being negative in your bank account when you know you have hundreds of millions of dollars that are literally on the way to your bank account, just not here right now, but it's already a done deal? Would you give a fuck that your bank account's in the negative? Probably not. You'd figure it out. You'd borrow money from someone. You would do something in the meantime if you needed to, right, to support yourself. But you wouldn't be stressing about it because you know that all of that abundance is literally on the way to you. That's the energy we want to be in when it comes to our desired outcomes. So it's like, how can you get into that energy of knowing that it's already done, it's already there, it's already created? It just might not be in your physical reality right this second, but it can be faster than you imagine. But it's your job to stay embodied in your power and not wobble your energy or your embodiment. And that's the true practice, because in this experience, our human goes into, oh my God, it's not happening, it's not here. Like the mind and the thoughts come in and your ego is like trying to keep you safe, but it's really creating a lot of resistance. So we need to zoom out and embody the larger part of ourselves, the I am presence within us, God within us, working with us, for us, and through us. And look, we're all having a human experience as well. And there are going to be moments when we forget, but can you still remember even when your human forgets, right? Like this is the practice. Like when I was going through that phase that I shared earlier, that felt like it was like this rock bottom and all this stuff was coming up for me. I still did have that awareness of what was happening. I knew that there were lessons in it. I knew that wasn't my final destination. I knew that so much more was possible and on the way to me, but I really did have to support my human in feeling safe, like in trusting. And so you can still be aware in the moments that you might forget. And this is where decrees come in really handy. I love having certain decrees. These are also things that have helped me shift out of that, why is this happening? Why isn't it here yet phase? I choose this. I allow this. I am this. So those are 3 like starter sentences for really powerful affirmations that support you in getting into your power as a creator energy. I choose, I allow, I am. So an example would be, I choose my fun and easy life. I allow abundance to flow to me in whatever way it's meant to, as long as it's in the highest good of all. I am the infinite supply of abundance. Whatever it is, I choose, I allow, I am, are 3 of the most powerful decree starters that you can say, because essentially you are commanding reality with your words. You are bringing things through your conscious awareness and you are operating differently. When I started saying decrees every single day during that time that I was in that phase and getting out of it, it helped me get out of it so quickly and really supported me. So your manifestations are already here for you. The things that you desire to receive and experience, it's already done. It's just a matter of you remembering that you already are the person who receives it and showing up in your reality as that person. How does the you who already has it show up? How does she talk to herself? What thoughts is she entertaining? What thoughts is she not entertaining? What kind of people is she entertaining? What kind of people is she not entertaining? How does she show up online for her work if you're sharing your work in the world? What does that version of you, that you who's fully in her power, who already has all of the abundance, all of the freedom, how is she showing up? What's different? And start to make different choices and do different things, because then you will see different things in your reality. It doesn't matter how long it takes or how fast it takes or whatever, just staying in the energy of it's already fucking done. This is exactly how I grew my Facebook community to 30,000 amazing women in a year. This is exactly how I grew a 6-figure business twice from scratch. I chose to just be the version of me who already did it before I had the evidence. And yes, there were times, many times, where my human felt a little crazy for that. Like imposter syndrome would come up and do I really know what I'm talking about? Is this really true? And all these other things would come up, but that's not my truth. That's not who I am. You are not your thoughts. You are not the things that have happened to you in the past. You are literally pure consciousness streaming through your physical vessel, having a human experience, playing the character of whatever your name is. And you get to choose what that character is like at any given moment. So take some of the stuff that I shared into consideration and start to implement some of these things, regulating your nervous system so that you can get out of survival mode or fight or flight or whatever to access higher states of consciousness, using decrees and declarations to speak your life into existence, to command reality, and make your peace your priority and continue taking actions from the vantage point of already having what you desire. The more you do this, the more magic you will experience, and it will happen really freaking fast. I cannot even tell you how many amazing clients and students of mine have experienced insane, amazing results, more clients showing up, their videos going viral, celebrating unexpected money showing up rapidly, literally within days of doing some of this stuff and more that I share in all my videos and programs. So I want you to try this out and let me know what manifests and what shifts for you when you do. And if this resonated for you and was super helpful for you, you can drop a comment here on YouTube or send me a message on Instagram at It's Stephanie Sage. I would love to hear what resonated with you the most. And I'm going to link another video. If you loved this topic, you will love this other video that I link that goes into how to embody your most abundant identity right here, right now. I'll see you in the next one.